Good morning. It's Monday morning. I didn't do a video last week, mainly because I didn't have anything different to tell you. I could have told you that I'd been to the booth and that I filled up and that I'd had a couple of sales on Etsy and eBay and I'd done this, but it just seemed a bit samey, so I thought I'd give it a week's rest. I went to an auction this Saturday and I brought home a hell of a lot of stuff. I spent £150, including commission, and I got so much stuff. I paid £12 plus commission for a job lot of prints. Now there must have been, I've sorted out, got rid of the absolute rubbish, and I've been left with about 35 prints that are decent, and they're local interest as well, which is really good. Also in that box with the prints, I found a couple of about 3 really nice tiles that I can sell, and for some reason a little Lomonosov rabbit. I like those, that was in there. And then also a little figurine, a pewter duck, and a proper bronze, but it's a kangaroo. So I'll put it on my Etsy, hopefully about 40 quid. And I guess it'll be long tail, but yeah, all out of that £12 plus commission lot, which is really good. I bought another lot that was 5 boxes of just oddments, loads of ornaments and just stuff, loads of it. And I got that for £30 plus commission, so that works out about £37. But there was a decent load in there. I got a couple of £5 lots. One of them had loads of little trinket boxes, Wedgwood and other makes, all little pretty little trinket boxes, so that's a really good lot as well. The one I'm going to show you is something that I probably wouldn't go for normally, but I thought I'd give it a go. There was 2 big boxes tucked under a table called textiles and clothes, something like that. Yeah, so I hadn't really, it's not something I would go for normally. What caught my eye was a bag of scarves, but I'll show you that. The lady was there that had been there the previous time, and this time I don't know how she did it. So we came round to this lot that I'm just going to show you, and she outbid me on it. She went up to £25 and I stopped because 20 was my limit. And then afterwards, she somehow convinced the auctioneer that he'd muddled up the auction lots. He hadn't. He'd described it exactly. They were pointing in the right direction. So she'd obviously got muddled because there was another lot of textiles 2 lots later, and she'd obviously overpaid what she'd wanted to on that lot. So he actually did the auction for that lot again. I can't imagine he'd have done that for many people. Anyway, she must be a special friend. Yeah, and I got it this time for £12 plus commission, and I'll show you what's in there. So really all sorts of stuff. These were on the top, sort of hiding everything. So there's a cushion, whoops, another cushion, another cushion. So those I'll take to my booth. They'll look quite pretty. I'll sell those. There's a skirt, real sort of old-fashioned. It's got some sort of oriental design, looks like temples. It's not a brand I've heard of, but I'm going to look it up. Bleye, B-L-E-Y-L-E. Sort of very old-fashioned. I don't know. And then loads of gloves. Whoops. This style. They're all wrapped, and there's these ones are sort of grey underneath, some are brown, some are black. I guess they're kind of like driving gloves. So there's lots of those. There's a couple of fans. There's this, I don't know whether it's real fur or fake fur, but it's a kind of collar or scarf thing. Some horrible big fleece blanket, which hasn't even been out of the packet, so I'll just car boot that. couple of bow ties. Things have got prices on, so I don't know whether they've tried to sell them at a car boot or something, or in a shop. But yeah, a couple of bow ties, a pair of braces, some handkerchiefs, loads of gloves. Oh, a really nice pair of men's. These are genuine deer skin gloves, but they're so soft, really soft. That lot. Then curtains. I've got not three pairs, but 3 curtains like this, sort of red with embroidery along the bottom. Not one pair, just one of this pattern. It's really sweet, actually, rabbits and stuff. And one pair of floral ones. So I don't know, do I sell it as material or I don't know, not sure yet. And then there's this material, it's got like thistles. I can't open it out because it's been sort of stitched shut. But I did say a name on it, so I need to, like a design name, so I need to look that up. But yeah, more material. But I'll show you the back. Oh, and loads of pairs of ladies' tights and things, but like all old Victoria's Secrets, things like this. Loads of them in the bottom of the box. So I'll show you that bag that caught my eye. So it's loads of scarves. Sorry about rustling. Loads of scarves. Mainly silk ones. So there's a silk one here. It says Macintosh. It's got like a sort of Macintosh design on it, like that. A men's sort of paisley one, you know, one of those sort of double layered ones. It's got paisley with ducks on the bottom, like that. But somewhere in here. So yeah, some really nice sort of silk ones. That's a silk spotty one. So there's this one that caught my eye. Christian Dior. And this one, I don't know that name. Mangiamelli. Another one. This design obviously looks familiar. Burberry. And another one. Burberry. And this one's really lovely. This one, you see the flowery print, and it is Liberty. Yeah, and there's a few others, not the names on, but all sorts of silk scarves. So that was the first box. The second box has rugs in it, so funny little rugs. So there's a tiny one like that, and like that. But then a biggish one. It's quite thin, not thick, but like that. Another big one which is absolutely filthy, and I'll need to find out how to clean it because I don't know how to do that. And then this really nice, it's like a throw. And what I'm going to use that for is I've got I think I said already, I've signed myself up for an antique fair in November, and I need something to cover my horrible metal tables to make it look good, so I'm going to use that material, which is ideal. So all that for £12 plus commission. Yeah, so I'm glad that woman changed her mind and I've got it, but it is sort of slightly out of my comfort zone, so I'm really going to have to do some research and work it all out. I've got so much stock, it's piled everywhere. I'm off to Bridport in a minute, and then on Wednesday I've got another auction. So I hope you enjoyed having a little look at that lot and give you some idea of the sort of things you can pick up at auction. If you've got any advice on any of those things that I showed you, it would be gratefully received, because it really is out of my comfort zone. I've got a Facebook page and I'm on Instagram if you want to follow me on there. So I'll say bye. I might take up wearing these. Bye.